this video, we're going to learn about the point-slope form of linear equations. The point-slope form is used when we don't know that special point, the y-intercept, or b. And so this is when we can use any other point. There are an infinite number of points on a line in order to write an equation. We use the point-slope form to do that. The point-slope form looks like this. Y minus y1 is equal to m times the quantity x minus x1. Y1 and x1 are any point that are given on the line, and then of course m is the slope. The other y and x in the equation stand for any general y and x on the line. So how do we use this? Well, for example, if we're given a point 8, negative 4, which obviously is not a y-intercept because x is not set equal to 0, and then we're given a slope 2/3, we could write an equation of the line y, using the form y minus y1 is equal to m times the quantity x minus x1. We'll plug the x in for x1, and we'll plug the y in for y1. So we have y minus a negative 4 is equal to, and then we'll also plug in this slope, m, is equal to 2/3 times the quantity x minus 8. We could leave it in that form, but many times we're asked to change it to slope-intercept form, so we'll want to isolate this y. So we'll want to move the minus a negative 4 to the other side of the equation. So let's clean this up a little bit. Minus a minus is a plus, and we'll also want to distribute the 2/3. So we end up with y plus 4 is equal to 2/3 x minus 16/3. Another way to think about 4 is to say 12/3. So we're going to subtract 12/3 from both sides, and we get the new equation y is equal to 2/3 x minus 28/3. And that's our equation in slope-intercept form. Another type of problem that we might be given is if we're given 2 points on a line to find the equation of that line. So for example, in this case we have the point 4, negative 2 and 8, negative 6. So we can find the slope. Remember, the slope is the change in y over the change in x. So we can say negative 2 minus a negative 6, or plus 6, over 4 minus 8. So we end up with 4 over negative 4, which is a negative 1. Now, we could write this equation in point-slope form, and we could write it using either one of those points. So you can choose. Let's say your favorite point is the form negative 2. So we could write point-slope form as y minus a negative 2, so y plus 2, minus a minus is plus, is equal to the slope, -1, times the quantity, x minus 4. And that's one version. Let's say instead I'd rather write using let's say I'd rather use the point 8, -6. So I could write that in point slope form. Y minus a -6, minus a minus is a plus, 6, is equal to -1 times the quantity, x minus 8. We could also be asked to change this to slope-intercept form. Again, we could use either one of these forms that we came up with, and we'll end up with the exact same equation because it all represents the exact same line. Let's look at the blue equation. Y plus 2 is equal to -1 times the quantity x minus 4. And we will change that. We will change that to slope-intercept form. So I'm going to distribute my -1, and I get y plus 2 is equal to -x plus 4. I'll now subtract a 2 from both sides, and I get y is equal to -x plus 2. What if I had chosen the green equation? Y plus 6 equals -1 times the quantity x minus 8. We should end up with the exact same equation in slope-intercept form. Let's check our work. So we'll go to y plus 6 equals -1 times the quantity x minus 8. And we'll distribute, like we did before, the -1, and our new equation becomes y plus 6 equals a -x plus 8. Let's subtract 6 from both sides, and we come up with y is equal to -x plus 2. In either case, we end up with the exact same slope-intercept form.